Hello, this is OGTV Comprehensive News Package at 8. I am Iyabo Awojuola. On the news, President Buhari vows to end kidnapping of school children. Ogun State government moves to eradicate ritual killings. National Assembly votes on Constitution Amendment. Plus, Russia invasion of Ukraine enters day 6. If life were predictable, it will cease to be life and be without flavor.
House of Representatives opposes value-added tax on exclusive list. This and other business stories more later in the news. I am Mojisola Shulaja.
And on sports tonight, Shakhtar Donetsk evacuates Brazilian players to Romania. This and many more when I return on the sports segment of the news. My name, Hakeem Akitunde. You're welcome.
And now to the rest of the news. Ogun State Governor Prince Dapo Abiodun has reiterated his administration's commitment to ensure that the Gateway State remains a trailblazer in youth development, human capital empowerment, economic growth, and prosperity. The governor said his administration will not relent in creating conducive environment for youth to learn trades and become employers of labor.
Let our elders, our parents and guardians do their own to inculcate the right attitude in their work to help the moral fiber of our society. I've always traumatized young ones when I hear about youth involvement in spate of killings and dismembering of human beings for ritual purposes. I'm particularly scandalized that these young ones and teenagers are being figured as perpetrators of these dastardly acts. Let me use the opportunity to solicit our national rulers, parents, teachers, heads of all divisions of planning, community leaders, religious leaders, and in all of us to always preach and act as good moral compasses and mentors for our children and our youth. Money should not be the sole determinant of success. Integrity should count on.
He therefore advised parents and guardians to inculcate the right attitude into their words to help them achieve their dreams in life.
With anyone involved in any heinous crime in accordance with our relevant law, there is no compromise on this. Ogun State is known over the years for being at the vanguard of minority efforts.
Governor Abiodun pointed out that he will continue to execute programs and policies that will engage the youth positively. Ogun State government has put in place stringent measures to curb the increasing act of ritual killings and other social vices that could jeopardize the peaceful coexistence and affect the social-economic development of the state. The state governor, Prince Dapo Abiodun, represented by the State Commissioner for Culture and Tourism, Dr. Oluwatoyin Taiwo, made this known while addressing the Coalition of Theatre Arts Association sensitization program, which focuses on ritual killings and some other vices threatening the peace of the society. Dr. Taiwo said the present administration is doing everything possible to eradicate the constant killings of innocent lives in the state, especially among the youths.
You have said it. What you have on is say no to ritual killing. And then this is just a way for you to express your mind that what you are doing, either in the theater or anything, is to discourage ritual killing. And that at the end of the story, whenever you have any film you always want to tell them that look at the bad side of it.
So charged the group to use its profession to downplay any role that involves ritual killings by letting people know that the act is not a way of life.
That's why you see that every project, every facility, there are people motivated facilities that we do as an administration. So I want to tell you that please don't let people misconstrue this your noble idea. Don't let the press, don't let the enemy of the society hijack this from you and see you as an enemy of peace or progress.
Chairman, Coalition of Theatre Arts Association Ogun State Chapter, Mr. Yinka Ola-Williams, said the essence of the sensitization work is to campaign against the menace of ritual killings of innocent lives in the state using their profession, especially among the youths. Members of the Coalition of Theatre Arts Association of Ogun State have staged a special peaceful walk around Abeokuta, the Ogun State capital, to say no to ritual killings and other social vices. The rally, which started at the premises of the historic June 12 Cultural Center, Kuto Abeokuta, ended at the Governor's Office, Okimoson, Abeokuta. Benga Adekoya's report is presented in this package.
Members of Coalition of Theatre Arts Associations of Ogun State, comprising of theatre practitioners in Nigeria, unanimously lending their voices to condemn ritual killings and other social vices which are now rampant in the society. The walk, which started at June 12 Cultural Center, Kuto Abeokuta, went through Kuto Market, Kuto Underbridge, NNPC Junction, before terminating it at Governor's Office, Okimoson.
Actually, it has become a social menace in Nigeria now, especially in the Southwest and particularly in Ogun State. This issue of ritual killing, and it's becoming too rampant that now everybody wants to get rich, everyone to do whatever they want to do to make money now.
The Nollywood, so to say, are not in the support of ritual killing. We are not the one motivating the ritual killing in Nigeria and all other illicit acts.
The rally also took the theatre practitioners to the state ministries of Women Affairs and Social Development and Culture and Tourism.
Artists are people to be reckoned with. Our plays, our skits, even in our dancing, we promote, the good norms of our culture.
Carrying different placards with different inscriptions, which vehemently condemned increasing ritual killings. The group was also at the Ogun State House of Assembly complex, where they were received by the Deputy Majority Leader on behalf of the Speaker.
The issue of no ritual killing. We all know that in this state we have anti-kidnapping law, land grabbers law, and some other laws that has to do with this. But we look into it where there's necessary amendment. We do that.
The peaceful rally was rounded off at the office of the Governor of Ogun State, Prince Dapo Abiodun.
The government of Ogun State has signed a memorandum of understanding with the Building Collapse Prevention Guild as a bold step towards preventing failure of building and infrastructure in the state. Tunde Olaniro reports.
Collapse of building has been a perennial challenge confronting the nation. In Nigeria alone, 744 buildings have collapsed, which were caused by faulty designs, use of quacks, non-adherence to public approvals, among others. As a proactive administration, Ogun State Governor, Prince ABIODUN, directed the Ministry of Physical Planning and Urban Development to ensure that building collapse does not occur in the state, hence the signing of the Memorandum of Understanding. The Commissioner for Physical Planning and Urban Development, Town Planner Olatunji Odunlami, said the MOU will improve on the regulation of building projects in the state.
This has brought about the imperative for a collaboration by government with the citizenry through whistleblowing, but especially with the organized and recognized private sector professional organizations to fill the personnel and logistic gaps in its regulatory and enforcement responsibilities.
He called on citizens of the state to obtain planning permits and building authorization before starting to build.
This collaboration is a win-win for both parties and for the public at large. First, it will provide employment and income on a sustained basis for the many unemployed or underemployed built industry professionals and trade personnel, especially the youth, with the multiplier effects arising from improved household income of those involved. Second, is to ensure that buildings in our state are better built, safe and resilient, thereby standing the test of time and avoiding collapse.
Other stakeholders at the event lauded the proactiveness and having the people at heart of Prince Dr. Abiodun.
Locally, the need to prevent and mitigate these colossal and sometimes irreplaceable losses informed the formation of the building collapse prevention group in Nigeria by concerned patriotic members of the professionals in the built environment.
Professional colleagues in the states and the BCPD, your success will not be measured by the number of sites you seal. Your success will be measured by the number of sites you guide towards fulfilling every building regulation and law of Ogun States in a timely fashion.
High point of the event was the conferment of advocacy of Building Collapse Prevention Guide on the Governor of Ogun State, Prince Dr. Abiodun, who was represented by the Commissioner for Information and Strategy, Alhaji Abdulwahid Odushile. Tunde Olaniro, OGTV News.
Still ahead, House of Representatives rejects life pension for National Assembly presiding officers. Join us for this and more after this timeout. Glad having you again. President Muhammadu Buhari has admitted that no nation can survive in a highly competitive, strategic and globalized environment if it could not secure itself. The president said this on Tuesday while opening the National Security Seminar organized by the Alumni Association of the National Defense College in collaboration with the Office of the National Security Advisor and the National Defense College. In view of the need to combat security challenge, President Buhari has directed the nation's armed forces and other security services to address with immediate effect all cases of security breaches, economic sabotage, and destruction of lives and properties across the country.
I wish to assure Nigerians that the issue of kidnapping that has bedeviled us in the recent past is being tackled with all seriousness. We have zero tolerance for kidnapping, especially of school children, and we shall deal with such outrages decisively. The disruption of our educational system and economic activities will not be tolerated.
Added that adequate measures have been put in place towards providing equipment, boosting the manpower of all security agencies, and financing their operations within the country. The seminar with the theme Appraisal of National Resilience and Policy Implementation in Nigeria's Security Management is being organized at a time the nation's security landscape is being challenged by a rotational security paradigm that threatens Nigeria's coexistence. The seminar focuses on nationalism, national nation building, national security, and national preparedness. A comprehensive report with recommendations to support efforts of government at achieving sustainable national security and stability is expected at the end of the seminar, lasting 2 days. Ogun State government has made a strong case for state and community policing, saying both possess the powers to wrestle and defeat various social vices confronting the nation. Chief of Staff to the Governor, Alhaji Shuaib Afolabi Salisu, stated this at the Southwest Conference of the Association of Ex-Local Government Chairmen held in Abeokuta, the state capital. Dominic Agbeha reports that the conference was well attended by delegates from the 6 Southwest states.
Nigeria is confronted by security and economic problems, and these men in this room believe they possess the solutions given their first-hand experiences at the grassroots as former chairmen of local governments in the country. Representing the Ogun State Governor, Chief of Staff Alhaji Shuaib Afolabi Salisu says the forum should use its platform to canvass for state police, adding that the state government has put in place policies including partnering neighboring states to ensure safety of lives and property of its residents.
Go and work, identify what works in your local government and join hands to strengthen the initiative. Rather than create a new platform, let us identify the existing platform that works.
Former governor in the state and grand patron of the association, Otumba Gbenga Daniel, advised members of the association not to rest until the local government is empowered to function optimally.
Until when we return to the days of old where local government are empowered financially and otherwise, we will not be able to spread the dividends of the home.
The National President, Association of Ex-Local Government Chairmen, Honorable Duro Jaye Ashipa, and the state chairman of the association, Right Honorable Shoyemi Koka, said it is an avenue to contribute their quota to the development of the country, given their huge grassroots backgrounds.
We should please refuse to yield to any pressure. We should hold this association above any personal ambition. Our promise together on the voice of people of note will further strengthen democracy in our nation.
In their separate talks, the guest lecturers canvassed for true autonomy of the local government and a people-centered security system.
We need measure, not that the local government will be absolutely free from supervision, but its supervisory mechanism should be embedded within itself, its own structure. That is why there is a council.
I'm aware that there is landlord association meetings every Saturday, every last Saturday or first Saturday, depending on how convenient. This is an association that we can use to foster security of our community.
Stakeholders say with the activation of the association, Nigeria will witness better days ahead. With members drawn from the 774 local government areas across the country, the Association of Ex-Local Government Chairmen, ASELGON, will be a group to watch in the Nigerian political space. Dominic Agbeha, OGTV News.
Ogun State government has charged cooks under the National Homegrown School Feeding Program in the state to be more diligent in the discharge of their duties. The Commissioner for Special Duties and Intergovernmental Affairs, Barrister Femi Ogunbawo, who led the team from his ministry and Ministry of Education, Science and Technology, gave the charge during a monitoring exercise to assess the progress of the program as well as see the quality and quantity of food being served to the pupils in the state. Barrister Ogunbawo noted that the scheme is one of the key programs under the National Social Investment Program of the Muhammadu Buhari-led administration, saying it was imperative to monitor the progress of the program and gauge the level of compliance of the stakeholders involved in the program, as these will further help to evaluate it.
Though the idea was conceived by Mr. President, but Ogun State is actively participating in this program, especially financially. We are also a major contributor. The governor, President ABIODUN, made provision for the uniform of the cooks and also provided them with coolers. Unlike before that, they deduct money from their meager stipend. We make sure that the coolers are provided to these cooks free of charge. Nobody is deducting from their money.
He also urged the cooks not to see the program as a national cake, advising them to be diligent and maintain hygiene in the discharge of their responsibilities. In her remarks, one of the cooks, Mrs. Kafilat Balogun, said that the exercise was worthwhile as it was designed to prepare them for better service delivery and also a means of livelihood. Schools visited include St. John Primary School 1 and 2, Kuto, Baptist Day Primary School, Bodi, Ijayi, among others. The National Assembly on Tuesday granted financial and administrative autonomy to all the local governments across Nigeria. This was done when the lawmakers voted on 68 constitution amendment bills at the plenary. The voting was done electronically. Both chambers of the National Assembly during voting on the Constitution Amendment voted in favor of local government administrative autonomy as a sphere of government and guarantee their democratic existence and tenure. In the House of Representatives, the bill to create a special account through which funds for local governments will be paid directly from the Federation account had 257 yes votes, while 9 persons voted no. For the local government autonomy, 258 members of the House of Representatives voted yes, while 15 voted no. In the Senate chamber, local government financial autonomy had 92 yes votes and 2 no votes. Also in the Senate chamber, local government autonomy had 258 yes votes and 15 no votes. Local government administrative autonomy had 88 yes votes, 4 no votes. The House of Representatives has voted against Bill 16, which proposed life pension for presiding officers of the National Assembly in the ongoing amendment to the 1999 Constitution. While 162 members voted for the provision, 193 voted no, and 3 others abstained. The votes failed to meet the required 2/3 or 240 of the 360 members of the House. The beneficiaries will have included President of the Senate, Speaker of the House of Representatives, Deputy President of the Senate, and Deputy Speaker of the House. Despite the pressure put on its activities by the recently released election timetable by the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, the ruling All Progressives Congress APC will stick with the March 26th date. Chairman of the Progressive Governors Forum, Atiku Bagudu, gave this assurance after a meeting of the forum with President Muhammadu Buhari at the Presidential Villa in Abuja. He also debunked reports of division among APC governors. He said the governors met with the president to congratulate him for signing the Electoral Act Amendment Bill 2022 and as well on the victory of the APC in some of the by-elections conducted over the weekend. The people of IBIDO town in SAGAMU local government area of Ogun State have been tasked to embrace peace and cooperate with the newly installed NEGBUWA of IBIDO, Oba KOLAWOLE ADEYEMI, for the community to enjoy more progress. Governor Prince Abiodun said this at the official installation and presentation of staff of office to the monarch, stating that no meaningful development could take place in an environment of rancor and acrimony. Governor Abiodun, represented by the Commissioner for Local Government and Chieftaincy Affairs, Honorable Afolabi Afuakpe, reiterated that his government would not relent in its responsibilities to provide monumental social and infrastructure facilities that will make life more comfortable for the citizens and residents of the state.
I urge you to regard this appointment as a call to service. You should really concentrate on the task as accelerating the pace of socio-economic development in Budo, by mobilizing your people in such a manner that they therefore will complement the initiative of the government. tackling this task, you will need the cooperation and support of the people. I implore you to be deferred to all irrespective of political, religious, and social inclination.
In his welcome address, Executive Chairman SAGAMU Local Government, Ogbeni Afolabi Odulate, congratulated the new monarch, assuring of the council's support for the community in any laudable program they might intend to do for the development of their domain. Speaking, the Akarigbo and paramount ruler of Remoland, Oba Babatunde Ajayi, enjoined the monarch to maintain a peaceful relationship in the town. In his acceptance speech, Oba Adeyemi appreciated the state government for the opportunity to serve, adding that with the support and unity of the leaders of the town, it will be easy to bring good leadership to the people. Nigerian youths constitute the largest population in an increasing flow of migration from Africa to Europe and other parts of the world. Insecurity, economic challenges, unemployment, bad governance, and other vices have been identified as factors responsible for the migration of Nigerian youths to European countries. In this special report, Sheyi Alao met various stakeholders who discussed the risk of continuous migration of Nigerian youths to other countries and how it can be prevented. His report.
Widely regarded as giant of Africa, not just because of our natural resources, but due to the human resources. With over 200 million population, Nigeria is believed to be blessed with adequate manpower capable of transforming the country. However, this hasn't been the case, as many factors have forced many youths to abandon the country in search for a better life in Europe and other continents. According to research, as of September 2021, Canada and USA have issued more than 22,867 resident visas to Nigerians. This is expected to increase in the coming years.
It is unfortunate that we have a situation in this country that the larger percentage of Nigerians feel that they cannot make it until they travel out of this country. And it's a pathetic situation. And that particular move alone is developing other people's economy at the expense of ours.
Manpower that you use as a Nigerian to get 100 naira. If you use it abroad, you will get 1 million. So people now feel okay, and the body is wired towards going to a place that is more beneficial, a place that is more of comfort, a place that is more of enjoyment.
Successful government have been blamed for this migration, especially with the heavy burden of responsibilities on these youths.
If we lack infrastructure and we are not doing anything about it, if our health care is not good and we are not doing anything about it, if our housing policy is poor and we are not doing anything about it, and then we are bothered about people crossing to the other to developed nation, what are they going there to do? They are going there to seek employment. They are going there to, enjoy the basic needs of life.
As a way out, they have called on federal government to provide enabling environment for the youths to fulfill their dreams.
The government should provide enabling environment. The economy of the country should be improved in such a way that industry will continue to grow.
We should be productive in industries. We should be able to export. We should be able to encourage our youth.
If we are building infrastructure, let's continue to build infrastructure. Let us have some level of health improvements, health care improvement in this country. And let there be light. If we cannot assure light for 24 hours, why not for 20 hours?
At the moment, over 4,000 Nigerians are said to be stranded in Ukraine as a result of the crisis between the country and Russia. Analysts say this could have been avoided if these Nigerians had found the Nigerian environment conducive for their dreams. Sheyi Alao, OGTV News.
There is no nation without peculiar challenges, and what makes the difference is the ability of the leaders to work with the people towards finding solutions and the conflict resolution mechanism deployed at any given time. Former President of East Timor and Nobel laureate for Peace, Jose Ramos Horta, made a recommendation while speaking as the chairman of occasion of a seminar and book presentation by Head of Political Science and International Relations, Chrisland University, Abeokuta, Professor Babafemi Badijo, held at the auditorium of the university. Matthew Shomi was at the book presentation, which was conducted both physical and virtual, and brought back this report.
After decades of academic exercise and research works in deep political thinking and mechanism for an homegrown solutions to myriad of problems and leadership challenge in African continent, which took him to different continents of the world, Professor Babafemi Badijo has decided to put his findings down in a book titled Nigeria's Views on National Turmoil, a Situational Quadruple Nexus Analysis. Former President of East Timor and Nobel Laureate for Peace, Jose Ramos Horta, was chosen as the chairman of the seminar and book presentation program, which was both physical and virtual.
That we should focus on achieving utmost freedom more than we focus on other ideas like democracy.
The author, head of Department of Political Science and International Relations of Chrisland University, Professor Babafemi Badijo, said the book, which is the product of interviews conducted with over 200 Nigerians on the conflicts in the nation, focuses on 4 key areas that situational quadruple nexus analysis can be useful.
I had done some work for the United Nations Economic Commission for Africa, and they were looking at explaining conflicts and the impact on sustainable development goals. I thought that I could look at the Nigerians who responded to the online the online survey to find out what are Nigerians saying about the country.
The lay discussants, Professor Olawale Albert and Professor Stephen Cummins, said the book has painted a picture of a sinking nation and had a scientific analysis of the conflicts.
As we are approaching the year 2023, I expect every politician to read this book. The problems of Nigeria is not water, it's not electricity. What this publication is saying is that the country itself is sinking.
Vice Chancellor of Chrisland University, Professor Chinedum Peace Babalola, said the book will make significant contributions in the annals of history and political science in the country.
The potency of SQN depends in large part on how policymakers can fuse both quadruple.
There were contributions from other discussants across the world. Matthew Shoumi, OGTV News.
Nigerians have been urged to have faith in the nation's constitution and the ability of the Nigerian army to deal with any form of terrorism and other security challenges bedeviling the country. The General Officer commanding 81 Division of the Nigerian Army, Major General Tama Musa, gave this charge at the 2021 West African Social Activities WASA held at Alamala Brigade Command. Details of the event are in this package.
The event, known as West African Social Activities, was attended by dignitaries from within and outside the military. It is an age-long annual social platform created by the Army Authority to bring together families, friends of the officers and men of the Nigerian Army to socialize. The 2021 edition of the event, held at the 35 Artillery Brigade, Alamala, Abeokuta, saw performances of different social and cultural groups to the admiration and satisfaction of the guests. The event also put to test level of physical fitness of troops and other uniform officers through tug of war and other performances. The General Commanding Officer, 81 Division, comprising OGUN Lagos, Major General Tama Musa, represented, and the Brigade Commander, 35 Artillery Brigade, Alamala Abeokuta, Brigadier General Issa Maladi Abdullahi, while thanking the guests, assured the public of cordial military-civil relationship between Nigerian Army and their host communities.
The Nigerian Army has recorded achievements without prejudice to its respect for the rule of law and subordination to civil authority. Hence, be assured that the Nigerian Army will continue to support the civil populace. During the event, officers, soldiers, and their families interact through series of activities such as tug of war, cultural dances, and other entertainments which are organized to make the personnel and their families enjoy in a relaxed mood.
High points of the event include lighting of campfire, an award presentation to 7 soldiers for their outstanding performance and commitment to duties in the outgone year.
Up next is business news. Join us again. You're welcome to the business segment of the news. Starting with legislative matters, the majority of members of the House of Representatives have voted against a bill seeking to put value-added tax on the exclusive legislative list. Bill 34, containing the proposal, failed to meet the required 2/3 of the 360-member House. And now to Ogun State, the state government is set to host the 2022 Gateway International Trade Fair from Friday 25th March to Monday 4th April 2022 at the MKO Abiola Trade Fair Complex, Okemoson, Abeokuta. The State Commissioner for Industry, Trade and Investment, Mrs. Kikelomo Longe, made this disclosure at a press conference held in Abeokuta. The 2022 edition of Gateway International Trade Fair is tagged Harnessing the Agricultural Value Chain for Sustainable Industrial and Economic Development. Sheyi Alao reports.
Organized by the Ogun State Chambers of Commerce, Industry, Mines and Agriculture, Ogunsiman, the Gateway International Trade Fair over the years remains a veritable platform for small and large-scale businesses to showcase their products and services to the world. At a press conference to era this year's edition, Commissioner for Industry, Trade and Investment, Mrs. Kikelomo Longe, stated that the government has learned from the past experience and has provided necessary logistics to ensure a successful hosting of this year's event.
For us, as partners to Ogunsiman in organizing this trade fair, we want to make the experience rich for everyone. Fortunately, there's been improvements in the infrastructure at the Gateway Trade Fair premises. There's been a lot of work. As government, we want to improve the number of participants that come.
In his remarks, the president of Ogun State Chambers of Commerce, Industry, Mines and Agriculture, Alhaji Wasi Olaleye, disclosed that the body is working closely with the Ogun State government to build a sound economy through increase in productivity in agriculture through the fair.
The avenue of the trade fair is also being utilized to introduce new concepts and enhance economic strategies for our industries towards the improvement of the economic status of Ogun State and indeed Nigeria.
Alhaji Olaleye stated that a remarkable number of large and small-scale enterprises will be part of the event.
We have equally mobilized and have the assurances of remarkable number of industries at Agbara Industrial Estate and Ogungwandong Free Trade Zone, Igbesa, to be part of this annual trade event. While many small and medium-sized businesses have also indicated their willingness to participate at the fair.
The fair is scheduled to hold from Friday 25th March to Monday 4th April 2022 at MKO Abiola Trade Fair Complex, Okemoson in Abeokuta. Sheyi Alao, OGTV News.
The present administration in Ogun State will not relent at instituting policies and executing initiatives aimed at fostering economic growth and improving the individual prosperity of its citizenry. The Commissioner for Industry, Trade and Investment stated this at the second engagement of Ogun Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises on funding opportunities. Elizabeth Esson has details.
Ogun Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises Business Clinic, the second of its kind, in partnership with the National Association of Microfinance Banks, is to engage micro and small entrepreneurs in the state and funding opportunities. The State Commissioner for Industry, Trade and Investment, Mrs. Kike Lomolonge, appreciated the organizers for aligning with the state government's commitment at influencing the sustainable growth of MSMEs operating in the state, which is critical to economic development.
We are in the process of establishing 6 economic development clusters across the entire state, all of which will be equipped with necessary baseline infrastructure such as power, road network, water supply, sewage treatment, waste disposal, even internet facilities, and so on.
In their separate views, the state's chairman, National Association of Microfinance Banks, Alhaji Samusidin Shodia, and former state chairman of Nigeria Association of Small-Scale Industrialists, Mr. Olusegun Dada, promised continuous collaboration with the Ogun State government at giving small-scale entrepreneurs enabling environments to thrive.
Ever since we started ruling with this present government, we've noticed a deliberate attempt to uplift the life, the living standard of the people of the state.
We, Microfinance Bank, we are here to tell you that we are ready to collaborate with the effort of the state government to improve our business anywhere in Ogun State.
In their goodwill messages, dignitaries enjoined beneficiaries to utilize the opportunity of the business clinic at improving on their business and the financial empowerment channeled towards successful business. The intervention is targeted at empowering 200 identified entrepreneurs in the state to potentially access capital required to start, grow, and scale up their businesses. Elizabeth Esson, OGTV News.
Finally, the Organization of Petroleum Exporting Countries, OPEC, has said despite its efforts at preventing any disruption to energy flows, the ongoing crisis in Russia and Ukraine have triggered a reasonable degree of anxiety and uncertainty in the global energy market. Secretary General Dr. Mohammed Sanusi Bakindo expressed the fears in his opening remarks at the 60th meeting video conference of the Joint Technical Committee. According to him, these conditions are amplified by low commercial oil stock levels, which currently stand at 250 NB below 2015 to 2019 levels. The scribe added that high over-conformity levels, 129% in January 2022, at a time of steady upward adjustment in crude oil production by DOC participating countries and shrinking spare capacity, currently at around 3.3 million barrels per day in only a few countries, have intensified perceptions of vulnerability and a tightening global oil market. And that concludes the business segment of the news. Back to Yabo. Thank you, Mojisola. And now to foreign news. On the world today, at least 10 people have been killed